Today is September 8th. It's also 988 Day, which raises awareness for the National Suicide Hotline. But you might recall, and we reported it on here on 13 News, that back in July, there were some big cuts to that hotline.
So before we dive into the details, we do want to give our viewers a warning that we will be discussing suicide in children. Ella Rhodes shares the impact the cuts are making on Hoosier kids.
988. The number someone calls when their deepest, darkest thoughts have them contemplating life. But in July, the Department of Health and Human Services decided to cut option 3, a specific line to help LGBTQ youth. Indiana-based Rainbow Youth Project says the loss of resources puts pressure on smaller organizations to fill the gap.
These young people are not going to be able to reach counselors who are necessarily specifically trained in LGBTQ issues. And in some cases, it may be a counselor that might not be affirming or supportive.
Executive Director Lance Preston says they are the second largest crisis intervention hotline for LGBTQ kids in the nation. Overall, it's seen its call volume surge. Here in Indiana, its hotline calls doubled, with 684 callers a month.
We're under a little bit of pressure to make sure that there's enough people answering the phones and enough phone lines available for these calls, but we're going to make sure that that happens.
Preston says a lot of kids now debate who they can trust when it comes to asking for help.
Have the opportunity to express themselves and have the opportunity to get the mental health resources that they need without fear, and we need them to stay.
Indiana Suicide Prevention says Indiana is in the top 10 states with the largest increase in suicide from ages 10 to 24 years old. Zoe O'Hallian-Byrne with Indiana Youth Group says across their 5 centers in the state, they are near capacity for providing mental health services for LGBTQ youth.
When they need support more than ever, it's being taken away. That's just devastating for them. A lot of them don't know where to turn.
Zoe says they want kids to know there are options, like Indiana Youth Group and Rainbow Youth Project.
We want these kids to not just survive in these times, we want them to thrive.
And have a chance before it's too late. In Indy, Ella Rhodes, 13 News.
And Ella spoke about a lot of different resources for people needing help. So we're going to place those with her story on our website. So if you or someone you know needs help, you can also find more information on 988lifeline.org.